Should do this before I start. I should do this before I start. There we go. Attention, attention. Test, 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 test. I'm going to see how long I can go on almost a little more than half of battery power. I guess I should start opening in prayer. Opening in prayer because I do not want to be discouraged. I'm facing some feelings. So I'm going to keep doing this. I mean, I really want to make this work. They say it works if you work it. I really want to make this work. I want to have conversations with people, uplift. This is a show that uplifts. And I guess this is a chronicling of my progress. This is a journal of my upward ascent or my descent into madness. Either way, I could go either way, and you'll be able to watch the whole thing. And I'm just here with my Skittles. Here we go. I'm Ed, and this is Uplifts. I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to do some love spells for people who pay. My paying customers on Friday. I'm going to do love spells for people who want love spells. And these are spells that have worked. This is a spell that worked for me. And the end result, it's $20. The fee is $20. And I do the spell live. And it'll be in the day and the hour of Venus. Because they say once you match the day and the hour, it increases the energy of the planet, and the spirits. Because each day is ruled by a certain angel. I'll be calling upon that, the angel of Friday, which is Venus Day. and also there are lots of other spirits that will be helping in the day and the hour of Venus. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm just seeing how many people join in. So far there are no takers, so we'll just see how it goes. It'll be Friday the 5th. I'll be doing, like I said, I'll be doing the spell live, and it'll be on the day and the hour, which is the prime time to do a spell is in the day and the hour of us, of the energies and all that. So it'll be all that aligning. And I have some symbols that are associated with Venus, the planet of love and beauty. And so it's just a matter of time, I suppose. I've been putting out the messages. Prison break? Are you taking a prison break? A break from your prison? Are you breaking out of your prison? Your self-imposed prison cell? A lot of us are in self-imposed, self-constructed prison cells. And I just felt I felt led to do a stream today. And I hope that the 14 people, because it's really uplifting to me to see people join me. And I will in turn uplift the people who join me. Because I'm kind of doing these spontaneously, just spontaneously. And I want to build an audience. Yes, escape. Sometimes we have to break out. We have to break out of these proverbial prisons. And it takes a while because we're going against what we were before. We're going against what we were before. And then you have to meditate on forgetting everything that has already happened. Forget everything that's happened up until now. And then just begin new thoughts. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Walk in the newness of life, you know. Sometimes if we just forget all that stuff that happened to us, all that stuff that we did to other people, and just start walking in the newness of life, because all that stuff is just an outward showing of an inward action. So within, so without, you know. You're working on the within part, and then the without part starts to correspond, you know. Because they say the universe is just like a mirror, you know. All it does is mirror you. If you're given an angry face, you start seeing angry faces. Oh, I'm starting to drop. I dropped to 8. I think I was 13 viewers. Now I'm 8 viewers. I'm trying not to let that bother me. My prayer is that people who want to watch will click on. People who want to watch. People who want to talk. Because I guess I'm pretty approachable, you know. Strangers approach me. Strangers come up and ask me questions, you know. So I guess I'm approachable. That's what my prayer is. That only people who want to watch will click on. Because I'd love to have 24. I'd love to have 24 people just chatting with me, reserving their spot to have their their spell work done. A lot of people would be happier if they just had some love. You know, the love they're looking for, the love they hope for, you know, because hope is what keeps things going. We can, and I can do other kinds of spell work for people who want it, you know, people who want to have some changes done, some enemy go away spells, or, you know, because I might as well, I like casting spells, you know, and if it's going to help some people improve their quality of life, and then I can teach them how to do it on their own, you know. I want to be paid for my work, of course, but after a while, if you teach a man how to fish, you feed them for the rest of their life. And that's what I'd like to do. Teach them how to, you know, fish so they can, you can feed them for the rest of their life, you know. Learn what hours and days, you know, what symbols to use, universal symbols, you know, ones that are most recognized. Because I think that taps into the universal consciousness, the collective consciousness. Everybody knows what an Ankh is. Well, most people know in the magical world. Everybody knows what the Star of David looks like. Everybody knows what the pentagram looks like. And when you evoke any of those, it's on. You know, everybody agrees with what it is, you know. Everybody agrees that that's a cross, you know, or words that everybody agrees with. Blessing, the word blessing, blessings upon, you know, blessings upon the spirit of water, the spirits of air, you know. We can all join, and you know what? The spell will be more powerful when the collective consciousness is involved. You know, everybody, just like the Bible says, if two people come together and agree, you know, on something already being done, it makes it that um, much more definite. You know, that's why I like to do them live, because everyone watching is following along and agreeing with the process. the clearing of our minds, the direction of energy, asking the spirits to help us make our fruition, the end result of our work, you know. But yeah, my hope is for success. That's what my hope is. Sometimes success takes a while, for some people, you have to get past the doubts. You have to get back past the self-doubts. Because most of the time when you cast a spell, you don't want anybody to know you're casting the spell. Because then you find resistance. You face resistance. And it takes longer for the spell to do its work. Because people are doubting, or people are shielding themselves, you know. When they don't know it's coming, it makes the target more vulnerable. So, and that's just my experience. That's just my experience, you know. Doing things to affect the world in a positive way. Because who doesn't want to meet their soulmate? Who doesn't want to just hang out with somebody who loves them for a while? Because the result of my spell was I met a few girls, and we hung out, and it was fun. It wasn't a long-term relationship. It was just a series of short-term relations, like Mrs. Right Nows, because sometimes we're waiting on Mr. or Mrs. Right, but sometimes we can settle for Mr. or Mrs. Right Now, which is just as healing, to have somebody who can go to a movie with you, who can go camping with you, stuff like that. Nothing serious, nothing long term. But I think, and I can do that on each week will be for different work. I hope this isn't boring anybody. I see four people now have held on. They've held on. Maybe nobody's chatting. I don't want these to be one-sided. I think that's what's causing people to drop off. They drop off because it seems like a one-sided conversation. It's like they're just watching somebody talk. And I do answer when somebody texts. When somebody puts a text in, I answer it to the best of my knowledge and ability. I know there's a reason I'm doing this. I'm going to be changing lives, We're all going to go out there and change lives. No matter who we meet, we're changing somebody's life. Hopefully for the better. All right, I'm going to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and hope for the best. Quality, not quantity. And hopefully quality will grow. Because I've been at this for a long time. Since April 18th of last year. April 18th of last year was when I started really pouring myself into this kind of thing. And getting used to, letting people get used to me. Wait till they get a load of me. So I guess I'm just a watchable person because people just watch me and listen. They don't talk. Well, that's okay. That's okay. I'm not here to be pushy. I'm here to eat my Skittles and smile and talk to people who I resonate with. If you're here, there's a reason you're here. There's got to be a reason you're here. So I have been known to enlighten people, educate people, or just entertain. That's what one of my, if you just to be entertained. Because I guess this is how we meet each other now. We don't meet face to face anymore. We're lucky if we do, on the subway, at the coffee shop, at the library, at the record store, if there's any record stores anymore, bookstores. Anyway, there's opportunities for people to meet one another. So Welcome to live chat. Welcome to live chat. I'm going to do that in my radio voice. I'll see if I could. I've been told I have a radio voice, and it really saddens me to see people drop off. I'm going to. I want to wait. Oh, I got a like. Thank you for the like. Likes are appreciated. People make me earn those likes. They make me work for those likes. So we can encourage each other, you know. We can talk, you know. I don't want to seem desperate. I don't want to seem desperate, you know. I want to just express my personality. Not everybody likes everybody. I just got to weed out the ones that don't care for this. I want to attract the ones that do, because you know, I guess some flute music is in order. Play some, or recorder. People always go, "Is that a recorder?" Yes, it is. It kind of looks like a chess piece. Kind of looks like a bishop, like a pope, a little pope thing. H.R. Pufnstuf. Check out H.R. Pufnstuf. The kid had a talking flute. It was kind of weird to have a talking flute. Maybe you're here for just some soothing recorder music. That should be worth a like, at least one like. People are not very generous, I've noticed, in general. People don't like, they like to pop in, but they don't leave likes. Throw me a bone. Is that what Dr. Evil said? Throw me a bone. It's Monday. It's the Monday, the sun has set on Monday. Most people have struggled through the day, the Monday. Oh, you guys are killing me. You guys are killing me. Oh, okay. Oh, the clown's prayer. If you go to my channel and click on community, and there's the clown's prayer. I really like that. It's such a touching prayer. So, wow. I can't believe that. All of those, 14 people? Okay. I'm not going to express how I feel about how hard it is to chat with people on YouTube. There are people on YouTube that could very well be, yes, that's my prayer. I pray that people who want to watch this will click on. Not people who just want to peek. not people who just want to watch for a few minutes and then disappear. I know my prayers will be answered. I just need to have faith that they'll be answered. That's what you're supposed to do is after you pray, just assume that you received what you're asking for and that God won't give you a stone when you ask for bread. He won't give you a serpent. That's what the Bible says. The Bible says that. When you ask God for bread, he won't give you a stone. So I just need to, it takes faith. It takes faith to do that. To make something come to fruition. Hi there. I guess you're an answer to my prayer, my prayer that people will stay with me a while. I'm having a lot of people just pop in for a couple of seconds and then they go away. They just go away. They don't even say hi or leave a like. I got 2 people. I don't know. So anyway, prayers get answered. I just need to have faith that they get answered. That's what I keep hearing about. That's how you pray. After you pray, you just be thankful that your prayer is already answered. And then you start to see it change your reality. Sometimes we need to change our reality. We need to not sweat it. Don't sweat it. No more flop sweat. There has to be a reason people are clicking on this stream. There has to be. There has to be a reason I'm sitting here. Because normally I'm sleeping or trying to sleep at this hour. Normally. It's around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, I also need more viewers. I'm not getting... It's astounding. It amazes me. All this work that I've been putting into content, putting up streams, scheduling streams, and then it's like having a birthday party and only 2 or 3 people show up. It's like, I don't know. I'm only human. I try to play pretty flute music, I try to talk to people. So I'm trying to be undaunted. That's what it is. It takes courage to do this. You got to put on your war face, and then hopefully you're not boring. Hopefully you're not, creepy. Don't be creepy. There's got to be a reason. I want God to show me why I'm doing this. Why am I up at 10 o'clock? I just felt led to do this. And it's like, sometimes there's a reason why. So, Nana, is that how it is? Nana plays? I don't know. Maybe you just came in to say hi. I don't know. They're 0. We're back to 0 again. All right. I just got to pray harder. That's what I need to do. When something's not happening, pray harder. Pray harder. Because there's all those other people that are praying, and God's got to listen to each one of them. I think that's what it is persistence. That's what got prayers answered. And they're just simple prayers, donations, people to pay my fee, people to watch. Little simple things. It would make a big difference. I think I'm too close to the camera. That could be it. That could be why. All right. Yeah. It's just weird when you face discouragement. You put all your effort to try to invite people to come to join you for a stream, and they just ignore you. There's so many people that I've invited to come to my stream, to be part of my stream, because you can do that. as a YouTuber, you can invite people to join you for a stream, and no, I got no reciprocation, no responses, so that makes it rough. Oh, look at that! When I raise my hand, things get brighter, and then there's an adjustment that happens. I'm just finding these things out. I'm just doing my best, and it doesn't seem to be working all that well. I'm doing my best, and it just keeps raising more questions. The more times I try to seek help, it just turns into another bill that I can't afford to pay. Anyway, I guess I'm that clown that's crying inside. I think Bill Murray said that. You know, he's a clown that's crying inside. I gotta ask God, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Of all things that I could be doing right now, all the things that I could be putting a lot of effort into, and it's like, shouldn't your effort shouldn't your effort cause something? Seems like I'm all cause and no effect. It's just astounding. I don't know what that is. Why is that? All cause and no effect. There's so many times I've spent good money for advertising, spent good money to let people know that I'm doing something, and just can't quite figure out why no results. Why no results? It's like I'm in a universe, a parallel universe where there's no effect. Because I keep hearing about cause and effect. You know, you light a candle and the candle is lit. But I've been trying to light the candle for years. I've been trying to light a candle for years, and the candle's just not lighting. If that makes sense. I'm trying to invest time and money into success, and it's like everything is absorbed. It's really weird. It's just absorbed into something. Maybe somebody in another universe is benefiting from all my work. It's just strange and odd. I've been really putting myself out there. And I'll get like 100 views. It's just I just need help, and I'm not getting any. Not getting any. It's just the flop sweat. I think comedians know what I'm talking about. The flop sweat. And here I sit, broken-hearted. Tried to shit, but only farted. Second time I took the chance. Tried to fart, but shit my pants. You know, it seems like that's a it's a metaphor and a joke all at the same time. Here I sit, broken-hearted, tried to shit, but only farted. This is Year of the Dragon, too. Year of the Dragon is supposed to be a very prosperous, for the Year of the Monkey. Year of the Monkey. Monkey is the ally. Dragon is ally to the monkey. But, well, I am thankful for the help I've been getting from my family. I'll just be glad when I can stand on my own 2 feet. You know, it's hard for some reason. This is my therapy. I guess that's what it is. This is me chronicling myself, I suppose. It's like 10 o'clock. Almost 10 or 11 o'clock. Bearing my soul for YouTube. crying in my cereal. I think that's what it is. This is a show that uplifts. This is a show that uplifts. But there's no one here to uplift. I guess. Oh well. I think that's what it is. Don't focus on your problems. Someone is watching this. At some point, someone is watching this. And I think that's what it is. You have to, when you start to see you're not the only one that's, hello? I don't believe I've seen you yet. Yet. They say a stranger is a friend you haven't met yet. At least that's how I like to look at it. There's so many ways of looking at it. I keep asking myself, or saying, there's a reason I'm here. This is a spontaneous. Some of my streams are spontaneous because I have this nudge, go on, do a stream, and I guess here I am. I'm doing a stream. Oh, okay. Welcome, Brian. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting familiar. It's taken, because all you see is their tiny little picture, and that's what signifies them. Their tiny, tiny little picture. So you're Brian. Hello, Brian. I was reminded of Family Guy when I hear Brian. Hello, Brian. Do you like some Cool Whip? Would you like some Cool Whip? That's funny how Brian was making fun of him when he was saying Cool Whip. Well, it's good to see you again. I'm not flying solo here. If you fly solo, you might fly solo. Glad to see everybody who is here. They're making me work for likes, man. I don't know what it is. I always think it's nice when I go to somebody's stream to just click a like, Just throw me a bone here, I'm always reminded of Dr. Evil. Throw me a bone here. I want sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads. I want a rotating chair. I want a frickin' rotating chair. Scotty don't know. Isn't that weird? Oh no, it wasn't. It was a different person. Euro Trip. There was a show called Euro Trip or something like that. Who is that? Matt Damon sang a song Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. And yet, Seth Green played Scotty. Scotty don't. Scotty don't. Yeah, those are my memories. Memories of Austin Powers. We're going to steal his mojo. I was listening to Lorne Michaels. He kind of talks like Dr. Evil. They say that's how he came up with the idea for Dr. Evil. He just started talking like Lorne Michaels. I think him and Chris Walken, a lot of people, they get their voices mimicked. They are mimicked a lot. So here we go, folks. I guess it's not my hobby, it's my profession. I'll be glad when I start getting some return on my investment. That'd be nice. Seeing a return on my investment, get something, something going. I want to offer a service that people pay for, trying to think of some kind of service I can offer, because I can be a sympathetic ear. I could be a, face-to-face therapist, because I'm not a licensed therapist, but I think I could at least be a sympathetic ear, a soothing voice, something to counteract the madness, put things into perspective, make you take the gun out of your mouth, You know, I think that's what it is. You're a good man if you could help somebody take the gun out of their mouth. Or I don't know why I'm laughing at that, but it's like some people are this close to just putting a gun in their mouth. You know, what was that show? God Bless America. God Bless America. Bobcat Goldthwait. I know. We just gotta wait. Don't fly faster than your angels can fly. Sometimes you just gotta slow down. We want too much too soon. Rome wasn't built in a day. I keep remembering that phrase. Rome wasn't built in a day. Because it's like 1 year is a flash in the pan for some, you know, maybe next year, 2025, I'll start seeing my wishes come true. Because they say, you could do whatever you want. You could be whatever you want. And your dreams will come true. Mickey Mouse, your dreams will come true. Yeah, God's timing. Like the fact that I'm talking to somebody right now, you know, the fact that I powered up and I'm doing this right now and I'm talking to somebody, that's my dream. That's the pinhole, you know. Sometimes it starts as a pinhole and then it looks like a star. Your pinhole becomes a star. Then you just start talking more and more. That seems to be one of my strong suits. I just talk a lot. So I want to make sure good things come out of my filthy sewer. The only things that should be coming out of your filthy sewer are good things. Your cake hole. I've heard it called the cake hole. Your cake hole, your pie hole, your filthy sewer. If you ever watched Full Metal Jacket, the only thing I want to see coming out of your filthy sewer is yes, sir. All right. This is a show that uplifts. Sometimes we got to be like Atlas, you know, holding up the sky. That's Atlas's job. He was one of the titans that his job was to hold up the sky. I feel like Atlas sometimes. Could you imagine if somebody comes by and tickles him while he's holding up the sky? It's like he can't hold up the sky when he's being tickled. Hercules held up the sky for just a while. So Atlas could go take a shit. I don't know. That must be a hard job. It's like, who's going to hold up the sky if I have to use the bathroom? If I have to take a smoke break? If I want to call my mommy and say hi, you know, scratch somewhere it itches. Atlas should have like an assistant, you know, he's holding up the sky. He says, hey, could you scratch? Could you scratch? Yeah, right there. Thank you. Yeah. I hope I'm entertaining some people. I think I'm entertaining Brian. A man they call Brian. I remember Life of Brian. I think that was the introduction of always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. When they're all hanging on the crosses. Have you ever seen that movie? Life of Brian. They were following the wrong guy. Oh, Monty Python. Time. Oh, we had an hour switch. So I got 2 LOLs. How about that? My brother does LOLs. LOLs. That's how you know you hit pay dirt when you get an LOL. You chuckle. You just chuckle or giggle or something. I know I've won when I can make my mom laugh. Sometimes I catch her off guard when I can make my mom laugh. That's how Gene Wilder knew he was successful, when he could make his mom laugh. Those were some stories. I guess I'm dating myself. A lot of people probably don't even know who Gene Wilder is. A lot of people don't know who Bert Lahr is. I've been seeing a lot of videos of Bert Lahr. He was the guy who played the Cowardly Lion in The Wizard of Oz. Yeah, the Cowardly Lion. Wicked Witch and no Wicked Witch. Yeah, she sees us from birth. She's the one who changed our diapers, watch us lie to her, put up with our bullshit until we're 18, and then it's like come to visit her for Christmas or Easter. You know, I mean, sometimes, yes, sir. Oh my goodness. So this is the start of something. I think that's what it is. I'm in the embryo. You know, later on it's going to be the fetus phase. Then it'll be a full-grown baby. A full-grown baby. That's what this thing is going to be. Maybe I'll have more than just one person watching. uh, I think that's what it is. You gotta just wait, like a spider. A spider just sits there and waits. That's right, the OGs, baby. You'll be right up there with my original viewers. You'll be able to say, I was the first one. Back when Ed had color in his hair, before he was all gray. They won't call me Earl Grey, they'll call me All Gray. I remember when Ed had color in his hair. That's when I first saw him. When he wasn't going, you know, when he wasn't going like this in a corner, just rocking back and forth in a corner. I remember Ed when he was sane, when he was coherent. Yeah. When I could carry on a conversation. Yeah. I know. I just picture myself doing a poolside party. Somebody allows me to do a poolside party, and I got my cameras going. We're just filming everybody drinking their pina coladas, their champagne. We're all celebrating the April 18th of one year, do like second anniversary. We have like Girls Gone Wild stuff going on. I think you can show boobs on YouTube as long as it's not sexual, You can show a pair of boobs on YouTube. Because it has to be educational. That's what it can be, educational. This is going to be an anatomy lesson. We're going to have a lesson in female anatomy. By the time I do that, it might be legal to be. Girls are fighting for the rights to be topless, or they're fighting for the right to be topless. And I say, good, go ahead. Hopefully it won't cause any accidents or, people walking into poles. I wonder how many people just walk into poles. I mean, the same thing happened with cell phones, you know. Cell phones cause people to walk into stuff because they're not looking at where they're walking. Imagine what a pair of boobs will do. People will be bumping into each other. People will be like getting hit at the crosswalk. Lawsuits will be filed. I think that's what it is people aren't used to boobs in the U.S. Germany, boobs are okay, But here, it's like people are squeamish. They want you to cover it up, you know. So, yeah. What else can we talk about? What else are we gonna? How are we gonna fill in some spare time? We're gonna talk about gargoyles. Gargoyles are pretty cool. I had a collection of gargoyles. Can you say gargoyle? Gargoyle. That sounds like something you'd fry stuff in. These fries are cooked in gargoyle. These treats are made out of pure gargoyle. But they use them for the Catholic churches. You know, gargoyles are meant to scare away evil spirits. Gargoyles. Some of them are pretty cool looking. I had some pretty cool looking gargoyles. I used to, like I said, I collected them. I collected a lot of really good stuff. But anyways, I'm still collecting something. I'm collecting rings. I have different rings. One ring to rule them all, and in the darkness bind them. I think I have a Darth Vader ring somewhere that I kept. I'll have to show it sometime. Bring it to show and tell. My little Darth Vader ring. I remember when Star Wars first came out, I used to put my coat on my head, take my coat off, put it over my head, and walk around, and my shadow would look like Darth Vader. My shadow looked like Darth Vader. I like doing Sidious. Not Sidious. Palpatine. I always like to talk like Palpatine. Try to protect my Palpatine voice. What was that? You will find our shields will be fully operational. He's an old guy that could shoot lightning from his fingertips. I think that's what it is. I need to be patient. Just be patient. Sooner or later, I'll just have this epiphany, or this like this surreal feeling that'll overwhelm me. This is so surreal. I'm talking to people, doing a meet and greet, handing out roses to people, to passersby. I think that's what it is. If you think you're boring, you're probably going to look boring. If you think yourself to be boring, I need more subject matter. I need to be triggered somehow. Tom Green used to get drunk. It was like funny drunk or something like that. Tom Green. He has some videos of just drinking and trying to talk. I become very authoritative. I become an authority on things. If I'm drinking a bit of champagne or white wine. So it's gone to zero again. I'm struggling with my insecurities. My insecurities of my abandonment issues. I'm having abandonment issues. When I look up there and I see a zero, all I hear is the echo and the crickets. I hear the crickets and the little frogs. Sometimes that sound we hear at night are frogs. Oh, I have a story to tell. I think it was yesterday. There's this friend of my mother's. She hired me to take her garbage off her porch and put it in the garbage can. Put her garbage in the garbage can from the porch. And I saw this lizard. And it didn't run away. It was like it knew me. It was looking up at me like it knew me. And it was a green and white lizard. It didn't scurry away like other lizards. It just looked at me like, "Hey, pal." And then it went up into the bush. It climbed up there like it was a jungle gym. And then I came back later because my mother's friend finally got her garbage together. She said, "Okay, now come and pick it up." And I went onto the porch and I saw a lizard, and it looked like it was dead. It was just laying there and it didn't move. And my vision isn't that good, up to a point. And I bent down to touch the lizard to see if it was dead or not. And it turned out it was making love to another lizard. And it's like I interrupted their session. It was laying there really still. And I thought, is this lizard dead? So I bent over and touched the lizard. Oh, you already said that. Okay, I'm looking at Yeah. So anyways, it was creepy because it's like I didn't know that there were two lizards there. There was the other one was so well hidden under the other lizard. So I guess it's a very nice habitat. Her porch is around her porch. Lizards exist. You know, they just kind of hang out. It's like a lizard orgy. A nice. Anyway, enough about that. Enough about that. That was a weird experience. Don't know why I'm talking about it. But lizards. I'm a lizard friend. So, oh wow. Trying to stay awake. I'm trying to stay awake. Can't sleep, the clowns will eat me. I can't sleep, the clowns will eat me. So who's with me today? Or right now, not today. It's nighttime already. I have a one. Somebody might be here. What can I do to make this interesting? I can't get naked. One girl was asking me to get naked. Why? But yeah, she was saying, show me. I felt so objectified, you know. She said she was going to pay me too. She was going to pay me. You know, I said, no, YouTube won't like that. Unless I'm educating her, I can educate her on male anatomy. Male anatomy lesson. I'm getting paid male anatomy lessons. I'm giving out paid male anatomy lessons. There we go. I'm not drunk. I'm just tired. I'm not tired. I need to be sleepy. I need to be sleepy and able to, in order to go to sleep. All right. So I guess there's no two-way conversation. There's just, I must be interesting because I'm sitting here talking about touching lizards, exposure, exposure requests. I could have gotten paid. I could have gotten paid for just dropping trowel, you know? Drop trowel, get paid. That seems to be pretty reasonable. I wonder if talking dirty is okay. Somebody can text things, you know. I could say, what are you wearing? Or they could just text what they're wearing. But then it becomes sexual. You can't do sexual on YouTube. And then I saw a dead cat today. Poor dead kitty. I guess it misjudged. It probably just misjudged. Animals just need to stay away from the roadways. I don't know why. You know what? They always die alone. That's probably what it is. Nobody else is seeing them die. Nobody else is seeing an animal die by car or by truck. So how are they supposed to know that a car or truck is deadly? So Brian didn't say goodbye. Brian's been chatting with me. Mana plays or Nana plays electronics. That's it. That's all who showed up. Boo hoo. Maybe if I shaved. Maybe I gotta get me some razors though. Gillette, the best a man can get. Well, I talked for 55 minutes. I think that's what I just call this. This is just a video journal, my video journal. One day I'll binge watch all these. I just want people to not wait until I'm dead. Don't wait until I'm dead to watch my videos and appreciate me. Don't wait till I'm dead. It is possible to haunt somebody. I notice some people are haunted by the ones they kill. There's stories about that. So if you don't kill anybody, you won't be haunted. Possibly. I wonder what happened to my fans. What happened to my fans? Let me know in the comments if you're one of my fans. Because there's some people that... There was a group of guys from Canada who worked in a movie theater who used to come to my streams. I don't see any of them anymore. There was a guy in Nevada, X Trigger, and then there was Arthur and his group, Awkward Jackal, a couple of other ones. Now it's just, all I hear are crickets. Crickets and flop sweat. That's what I can do for entertainment value, just eat Skittles. Sit here and eat Skittles. Chewing with my remaining teeth. I had teeth at one time, all of my teeth. And as soon as I hit 50, I started losing my teeth. I have all my front teeth, but my back teeth are shot to hell. I was doing so well when I first started. I was off to a good start. People kept coming to my streams. But now, I don't know what I did. I did something. Maybe I'm in a different universe. I've crossed over into a parallel universe where I'm all cause and no effect. All your dreams come true. All your dreams come true. I'm saying that with a mocking tone. All your dreams come true. You can do anything you want to do. Except reach 1,000 subscribers. You can do anything you want to, Eddie. You can do anything you want. You just have to believe. You just have to believe. You can watch your viewers disappear. Oh my goodness. Skittles are flying out of my hand. I had 2 Skittles. Where's the other one? They're not down there. I get angry when I can't eat a Skittle. When Dr. Evil gets angry, Mr. Bigglesworth gets upset. And when Mr. Bigglesworth gets upset, people die. I heard that if you want it real bad, you get it real bad. And I think that's what my problem is. I want it real bad. I want to be successful at something. I want to be successful at something. I think, you know what? We all just die. No matter how hard we try, no matter what we do, we just end up dead. That whole thing between birth and death, it's called life. And sometimes you just hit dead air. Dead, dead air. Sometimes you see a dead cat in the road and you can't stop thinking about it. And a possum. I saw a cat and a possum on the same day, deceased. The cat and possum obituary. Somebody's got to be desperate enough to watch this. Somebody would have to be pretty desperate. I'm almost out of Skittles. Skittles are kind of uplifting. I wonder what happened to Brian. Brian and I were having a conversation that lasted a few texts. That should be worth a like. Looks like my eyes are closed. I'm looking down. It looks like I'm sleep playing. This doesn't do what I want it to. Don't blame the flute, blame the player. Wow, it doesn't want to be played today. That flute just doesn't want to be played. I I can stay on for a little longer. I used to be able to entertain some people. Entertain. All right. Fart music. I wonder how accurate that is. I've got some time to kill, I guess. Let's let's pass the time away. Does anybody feel like chatting? What's your favorite color? Have you ever thrown a knife? Have you ever thrown a boomerang? Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? Have you ever had a nun throw jello at your balls? That was a Louis C.K. joke of a nun throw jello at your balls. Some guy paid me to walk around his apartment in leather pants. I like comedians. I like comedians. Rob Schneider. That's the guy who did the hey, are you doing some printer? Are you going to do some printing? Yeah, the printer. The printer guy. They have a whole new cast now. SNL's been on for a long time. I think I was around when it first started. That's Saturday Night Live. Back then it was called Saturday Night Live. I'm Chevy Chase and you're not. There's got to be a reason I'm here. I don't know why, I'm just here. Have you ever asked yourself that question? We exist. We can't seem to stop existing. If we lose our job, if we get evicted from our apartment, we can't just, wouldn't it be nice if we just stop existing? If you lose your job, you just stop existing, you know. What's sad is you keep existing. If you fail miserably at, you know, something that really matters, you have to keep on existing. It's like, what can you do? I think this is about to end. This phase that I'm going through. This too shall pass kind of thing. I'm going to look back and it'll be just something that I experienced. I really believe that this is one of the longest lifetimes that I've lived. All of my other lifetimes were just nice, short and sweet. I die in a war, or I'm executed, or, you know. Past life regression, I highly recommend it. Past life regression. Because you can actually, you actually see parts of your previous life. Kids do that. Oh, Ghost Inside My Child. I have a video. If you click on, if you go to my channel and click on Community, there is a Ghost Inside My Child story. I'm hearing some voices. My mother is in the next room. I hear her talking to her dog. She talks to her dog from time to time, asking him if he has to go potty or if he has to go outside. I seem to be drawn to wands all of a sudden. There's something compelling me to learn about wands and what they're used for. It's just basically a way to direct your magical energy. I think I'll go for 2 hours while I eat Skittles. I could just go for 2 hours. Then maybe I'll be able to go to sleep. What's weird is I don't see the people. I don't see the people I'm chatting with. I can't see their facial expressions, their reactions. So somebody could be exceedingly pissed at me and I wouldn't know. Or they could be chuckling and laughing and I wouldn't know. Well, Easter came and went. Easter Sunday. I guess I'm just hungry for interaction. I don't get a chance to interact very much. I'm just that creepy old guy. There's a point in life where you just become creepy. When you start to get gray hair, everybody just, all the youngsters look at you as creepy. I was doing some magic tricks when I did a disappearing coin trick and all that. It's like, oh look, Grandpa's doing a coin trick. You can't walk up and hit on girls and ask for their number anymore. When you hit 50, it's like you suddenly become creepy. That creepy old man that keeps looking at you. Then you realize it's just too late. It's just too late. I was waiting all my life to get married, to be married. Now it's just too late. Waiting all my life to have some things happen that I really wanted to happen. And it seems like just a breakup of timelines. All these timelines that I thought were a sure thing just kind of crumbled and broke up. Like some cosmic force just hit puree and just scrambled things. And then I have this desire to be better, to better myself. I still have that desire to do better. But all my efforts can't figure out what's going on. Can't figure out. A lot of people, you ever listen to Sunscreen? There's this, the Sunscreen. I am the Sunscreen. I think you can, yeah, you can probably look that up in YouTube. I am the Sunscreen. I remember I cried when I first heard that. I am the Sunscreen. And it's kind of like a true definition of life. Because a lot of it, I think, is the fates, you know. You try to predetermine your life. You try to plan things. You try so hard to make differences. But then you have to enjoy what goes right. You have to really enjoy what goes right. Like seeing a lizard, you know. Seeing a cat that wasn't hit by a car. Seeing a child that wasn't abused. Or neglected. Or abandoned. Somebody's got to be seeing these videos. Type in the description. Type in the description. I'm doing this. Don't know why. Don't know why. I can't seem to entertain anybody for a long period of time. I get some I love yous. I get some good comments. Show that people have subscribed, but it doesn't go farther than that. I think if I stop asking questions, don't try so hard, because something is just, when you look at all the probabilities or possibilities, you still seem to end up with what you end up with. I forget what Latin phrase that was on the dollar bill. The fates favor us. One of the phrases on the $1 bill is the fates favor us. The fates must favor me because I'm alive. I'm just alive and I'm not hungry. I'm not out in the cold. I'm eating Skittles, talking into a telephone. That should be uplifting to some degree, to hear that things don't always go the way you planned, but they do. Some things do work out. I'm blessed to have family. I think that's what it is. Start your list of I'm blessed to have. I'm blessed to have some people leaving good comments. I'm blessed to have some people chatting with me. I'm blessed to have family members that haven't given up. I'm blessed to have family members who care about my well-being. I think that's what God is trying to show me. For the longest time, I was just living in California. All my family members were in Georgia. All of my family members were in Georgia. And I was just way over there in California, kind of just existing. But having some fun, you know. And it seems like the kibosh was put on all that. And I was forced to come here. And sometimes it's just existence, our existence. We think things are going well. We think things are going to just be great. We're on the gravy train with biscuit wheels. I guess I need to be thankful. Just start being thankful. Be thankful that I have all my wits about me, that my family hasn't disowned me. Because your family, you know, everybody else, and also your foundation. On Christ, the solid rock I stand. All other ground is sinking sand. You really find out quick what your sinking sand is when you're going through life. You find out real quick what is sinking sand. I think this has gone on long enough. I think the joke has kind of run its course. I will be glad when I start seeing the end result of all my prayers, the end result of all my wishes, all my dreams. That's my dream, is just to have like a co-host, or just interview people at random. People who have done strange and wonderful things, or just strange things, and get paid very well to do it. It'll be the first time I've ever been paid well, very well, you know, owned my own home kind of well. buy a brand new car kind of well. I think this is a show that uplifts. So I think when you look at how bad somebody else is, how bad things are for someone else, you don't feel so bad. It's like country songs. People listen to country songs because they realize that their life isn't as bad, you know. Oh, Ruby, don't take your love to town. Oh, Ruby, for God's sakes, turn around. It was that old Kenny Rogers song. Oh, Ruby. Then there was Ronnie Millsap. I'm still in Saigon. I think it's I got killed in Saigon, or I still in Saigon. Ronnie Millsap sang a lot of good songs. I think it was Smoky Mountain Rain. These are songs I grew up on, or grew up with. Ronnie Millsap, Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson. My mom was a country music fan. I was into metal, thrash, heavy metal, rock and roll. That was what I grew up on. Wow. We got another popper-inner. Are you a popper-inner or are you a chatter? We're going to see how many chatters I get tonight. Yep, that was a popper-inner. I've decided not to curse people with boils. It's me again! LOL! Hello! Hi! I knew there was a reason I should hang on. Try and hang on. We could all just get some laughs, get some insight, some joy. Decide to take the gun out of our mouths. Let's just take the gun out of our mouths for a moment. Let's just put down that bottle of pills for a while. That contemplation, you know. I think that's what it is, the world and what we focus on. What are we focusing on, everybody? Are we focusing on our next trip to Disneyland? I used to love Disneyland when I was a youngster. Disneyland. Let's find Jesus and love. Yeah, love one another. He's coming soon. That's right. I think that's what it is hope, you know. Faith is the evidence, the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. You have to talk about things that are not as though they are. And that's kind of like how manifestation happens. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Was it Tom Green did that one time? He kept saying, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And somebody kept repeating him, yes, sir. I like the Tom Green show. I wonder if anybody has watched, because in the 90s, I think it was the late 90s, early 2000s, was the Tom Green show on MTV, before Jackass. Yeah. MTV used to be watchable. Now it's like, I don't know who they're trying to please. MTV was kind of cutting edge, fun stuff to watch. Beavis and Butthead, Oddville. Back in 2000, yeah, it was like late 90s, early 2000. They had Loveline. Now it's just crap. Everything is crap, and there's no music on MTV. You just call it MTV. Then they show you crap. It's like on a rotisserie. And VH1. I remember that in the late late 90s. No, the late 80s. Yeah. The 80s, baby. I remember the first day of the 90s, the 1990s. They were talking about recession and all that. It's like, don't listen to the radio, man. Don't listen. Well, unless there's some good songs or good talk. Everybody likes good talk. I used to listen to Coast AM with George Norrie. Before that, it was Art Bell. It was always neat to just uh, close all the blinds, you know, start to wind down and listen to Coast. Before that, it was Dr. Demento. Dr. Demento. That movie about Weird Al Yankovic, the guy, it was telling about how Dr. Demento discovered him. I think I'm running out of battery. No, I still have battery power. I gotta get a chair that I'm not compacting everything. This is like a hammock chair, and it compacts all my organs. I can feel the pain. I gotta sit up straight. I'm compacting my organs. That's not good. When I sit for long periods of time, at least I'm not fighting gravity. Sometimes you're fighting gravity. They say in the times of the dinosaurs, there was a lot more oxygen in the air. Now it's like, I wonder what we're going to look like 10 years from now, 20 or 30 years from now, if we're not all dead. If we're not all dead by then. Because they have a timeline when human beings first existed. Homo sapien, the Homo sapien. Who's that, Magneto? Homo sapiens. Those men and their guns. Magneto was a badass. He's one of the higher class, I guess, mutants. He had a power over metal. He was a concentration camp survivor, I guess. I think Stan Lee was an inventor of the X-Men. Stan Lee was in a lot of those Kevin Smith movies. I guess he was a big fan of the Hulk and Spider-Man. Spider-Man! I remember that. Green Goblin was a badass. Green Goblin, Spider-Man seemed to win the fight by luck, you know. The Green Goblin just launched his machine at him and he jumped out of the way. His spidey reflexes saved him. He had those balls with razor blades or whatever that he'd throw at him. And his speed and agility got him out of the way. Spider-Man! I remember that. Willem Dafoe was playing the Green Goblin. Then there was Doc Ock. I just remember that. So it just went by so fast. All these movies that people were like Batman, the one with Michael Keaton. I think the second one was Danny DeVito. First one was The Joker, Jack Nicholson. And then they started switching Batmans on us. Those were the days. And you knew who you were then. Girls were girls and men were men. Mister, we could use a man like Herbert Hoover again. Didn't need no welfare state. Everybody pulled his weight. Gee, our old LaSalle ran great. Those were the days. And $50 paid the rent. Freaks were in a circus tent. I wish I knew that whole song. Boy, the way Glenn Miller played songs that made the hit parade. Guys like us, we had it made. Those were the days. How'd you do who you were then? Girls were girls and men were men. Mister, we could use a man like Herbert Hoover again. Everybody pulled his weight. No, that was what. Didn't need no welfare states. Everybody pulled his weight. Gee, our old LaSalle ran great. What was that? Cheers. You ever watch Cheers? Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You want to go where you can see your troubles are all the same. You want to go where everybody knows your name. Then you see how far Woody Harrelson came from being that guy from Indiana. He was in Hunger Games. He was in No Country for Old Men. What was that other song? That I think it was a Quentin Tarantino movie a long time ago. Natural Born Killers. That's what it was. Natural Born Killers. Woody Harrelson. He was in Zombieland. Oh well. I guess everyone has gone. I even sang a little bit. That should be worth a like. That should be worth a like. Oh, my phone is making sounds. I guess I've stayed up late enough. I'll have to say goodbye for now. I'll put that in the caption. I'll put that in the title. I sing at the end. So I guess this is goodbye for now. We'll do this another time. I pray more people will be here. I pray.